Trinity Competitive Racing. This is season number 5 in the Super Class. This is the Japanese Grand Prix, and we join you for qualifying. We have 6.5 minutes remaining. Some guys have gotten times already on the board. GTR, Brennan, Tyler, or TD Maestro, they've already set times, and surprisingly, our points leader is sitting in 5th place, who has not set, a time like Sean Fitzy, who just flies in over there with a 1:28. And just tuning in now, I'm Alan. I'm alongside Mr. Sensation and Motor City, and we join you from the Japanese Grand Prix. How you guys doing today?
Good. Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
So 6 minutes remaining. Sean Fitzy on top. That is around 7/10 in everyone else's time. I'm looking back there. GTR is 2 seconds off. Brennan 2.7 seconds off. Everyone's time is off. I don't think Odom set a competitive lap time, though. He's 13 seconds off. I think, again, look at Mr. Psychosane and Beast Move. They're around at least 10 seconds off. And Mr. Psychosane does move up to 3rd place, 8/10 off of Sean Fitzy's time. So there are some guys who cannot qualify. Tanner, he's making his debut in the Super Class, so he is not allowed to qualify under the circumstances that he's a reserve driver. Aerostrike is, he gets to qualify. I'm just saying Tanner. That's about it, I think. And then, of course, we have a Norwegian driver joining us. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Do you guys? He retired early on in the session, but he retired out on track off of 130R.
Yes.
I'm just going to say his name. Kellhagen!
Yeah, there you go.
Whenever there's a battle with him, you can say his name. The TV screen is too far away to read it.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. So GTR sitting in 4th place, 2 seconds off of Sean Fitzy's time. Again, there's only a couple of drivers who have actually set competitive lap times, and that's mainly because a lot of these guys who set banker times, they just want to, put a lap on the track, get used to it, and then they want to lower the fuel mix, either put on different tires, either softs or super softs. They'll go out for one final run and try and challenge Sean Fitzy's time. So with 4.5 minutes remaining, do you think Sean Fitzy will be able to hold on to his pole position, or do you think someone like Marquez will be able to take pole position from him in the final minutes?
I say Aerostrike.
Aerostrike, ooh, underdog. What's your reasoning for that?
I think he's gonna have good pace. I think he can be the guy to do it. I think he'll come close.
So he is coming in with 4 minutes.
Oh man, you messed me up, man. I thought he was going to do a time. I was waiting for him to do it. God dang it.
He's getting new tires, so he'll be able to challenge with those.
Okay.
Oh, what happened, Motor?
Nothing. I think this field is very non-competitive.
Okay. Anyway, 3.5.
Look at the times, man. Look at these times. Like,
they haven't set competitive lap times yet. Yeah, they're setting banker laps. They're just trying to get used to the track.
Oh yeah. By the way, I just want to say one thing about TCR.
No, motor, shush it.
We love the league, man. It's good. It's good for us. I appreciate all the people who've been in it for a while, and I love it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Okay, not what I thought, but okay. 3 minutes 3 minutes left. Sean Fitzy still holds pole position, and that is by a good 7/10 of a margin there. Alexander in 2nd, 3rd, Psychosane. And again, a lot of these drivers challenging. Again, I don't think they're doing this on purpose, or actually, yeah, they are. They're just trying to get used to the track. They're just trying to feel it around. Beastwood will come across the line. He'll be 28 seconds off. He'll cross it. He'll start his lap time with 2.5 remaining. There's Brendan. He makes a return to TCR. And, he came back from karting in real life and had a couple championships to do. I'll come back to TCR in the final couple rounds, and he'll get used to what he's been known for doing. That's aggressive driving, but nonetheless, we like Brennan, and I was trying to be polite on the kid. He's done a phenomenal job, and last season he's done good. This season didn't have many races. That's probably why, but he's sitting in 5th so far. Sitting ahead of TD Maestro, Aerostrike, again, Sensation's guy, or Sensation's pick for pole position. He's sitting ahead of him. So he's looking good in P5.
Yeah. And he's pretty good at Japan anyway.
Well, I mean, before the race, he told us that he was probably going to crash. He had no practice, and he actually doesn't like the track. So I'm not sure where you're coming from, but
Oh man, I'm just going back by the track history of what he did prior from back in season 3,
yep.
I believe, or 4, something like that.
Yeah. So apparently, we're getting a message from Odoms or Marquez that Mr. Psychosane is holding him up. He's holding up in qualifying. He needs to be more self-aware, at quotation marks right there, and that's why he's sitting 13 seconds off pole position, and that was referring to his first run. And what a coincidence, two guys that have had a scuffle the entire season, Sean Fitzy and Marquez, both of them almost came together in qualifying, but...
How they almost come together? He let them by, Alan. What are you talking about, man?
I'm riding on board. It looked like he locked up and almost, either...
Well, I caught him in the gravel, so...
Yeah. Anyway, Xander.
I love you, Alan.
Xandermar in second. Again, he's going to call it quits knowing that he could not improve on his time. That was going to be his final run, and either invalidated his lap or made one mistake. That could have been it. But there's Sean Fitzy. He's going to actually slow it down, and I think he's going to try and warm up for one final lap because he knew that one was not going to be it. Psychosane sitting in third place, and there's Marquez slowing up in front of him. And I'm not sure if he's holding him up on purpose a little bit, but nonetheless, those two have found a way to see each other back on track in qualifying, which is a little bit of coincidence, maybe not. But Psychosane will cross the line with just enough time to start a lap, and he'll have Odoms right in front of him. I've been told that Marquez has already clinched the championship, so there's not much to worry about for him. He's won half the races so far this season, so for him it's just having a couple of fun races left on F1 2017 until the league moves on to the next game. So yeah, I can really tell that he's just flying. He's flying on that lap, and I think he's going to place within the front row. Oh, he exceeded the track limits there. Let's see if that invalidates a lap time, and he'll still keep it going. Who's spun? And yep, Psychosane. So same place that we saw Odoms flying through. There goes Brennan going through. I said Blennon, but Brennan gets through. He's fifth on the board so far. It's left down to Aerostrike and Marquez or Odoms to get it. And yeah, he's extending the track limits by quite a lot. Whoa! Under the wall he goes, and out of qualifying. He'll be starting P9 on the grid with a time 13 seconds off of Sean Fitzy's time. And Tyler, TD Maestro lost a tire after he finished qualifying. He ran into a slow car, and there's a Haas off the track with them. And, yeah, 3 people have lost tires in qualifying. Many people, actually.
Show's over.
For now, it's over. It'll ignite once again. We return back to the track, but it is Sean Fitzy and Xandermar sharing the front row. After that, it is Aerostrike and Psychosane, row 3, GTR and Brendan, row 4, TD Maestro and B Smooth, row 5, with the last people setting times is Marquez and Fatal, and then the drivers not setting a timer are T-Mac. I'm not gonna. And then 13th place. I'm not gonna bother saying it. It's just it's blurry from here. I can't read the name. Honestly, if I get up, my mic is staying here, and you're not gonna hear me.
Cal Hagen.
Cal Hagen.
Yeah.
And T-Mac. Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac. We love you, Tracy. Come join us in the booth.
And that other name keeps catching me out there. I keep thinking of the UFC fighter Jones.
Dante Jones? What a bum.
We're having fun.
Oh, God. Yeah, so. This is, oh boy, this is going to be funny. Alright, so we got the Maestro who's going to probably play some tunes. We got a guy with that is going to drop some bombs, Aerostrike. That's my guy. We got a Psycho guy. We got a Lion. We got a Smooth guy.
I thought you say Nissan GTR for a second.
Wait, Chris Smooth is racing?
We're having fun.
Split. Can't even do it. Okay, let's go. 27 laps.
You're about to cry. What's up, dude?
Oh no. Alright, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 27 lap race in front of us, and if we're gonna keep it going like this, we're gonna need some tissues by the end of it. So let's keep ourselves together. Again, for us, it's gonna, well, for Motor and I, it's gonna be our final race commentating on TCR. For Sensation, it's going to be, I'm not sure if your last race for Super Class, because you said you're gonna continue. 4?
Yeah, it's 4 races left.
Yeah, so you're gonna do it out to the end
Thursdays.
of the season. Yeah. Oh, for Thursdays.
Yeah.
I was referring to Super Class.
Oh, yeah, Super Class, this will be the last one. But the Thursday one, I'm going to continue.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not, I mean, I've gotten the beta code to test F1 2018. I'm not impressed by it. And there's no reason, to spend money on it. I've been commentating for 2 years now. I met you, Mr. Sensation, more than 2 years ago. I remember through his PS4 community called F1 2015 Clean Racing. I remember that. Yeah, and then that's how we got that league together. And I don't think if that never happened, because you were the one that found C-Free. So if I had never met you, we wouldn't be here right now. So
that's true.
Yeah, I would have never met you, Motor. And, I'm extremely...
Oh, yeah, I love you, Alan. I love you.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for it, too. Yeah, you're a pain sometimes,
there you
but...
go.
Yeah.
There you
go.
Wow. So... 27...
No, I'm sorry, Alan. I just want to cut you off for a second. I just want to say one thing. I love commentating TCR. I love TCR as a league. But, life has gotten busy. It's time for me to retire from commentating. I haven't done it as long as Alan and Sensation have, but it's just time for me to do it. Time to hang up the old mic.
You're acting like you've done it for 20 years.
All right, we got some different tire strategies that's coming up here. We got 3 guys on the mediums, 1 guy on the softs, everybody else on the super softs with 27 laps to go. And the 5 red lights about to go out in style.
Yep, so the 5 red lights in the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka here for Trinity Competitive Racing Season 5, and we're green. And it'll be Sean Fitzy and Xander Mar leading us off the grid.
Start.
And defending already, Sean Fitzy defending the Ferrari down to the inside, switching back to the outside. Sean Fitzy makes up the move already, clears them. Yeah, I can see a win flying off turn number 1. There is some good battles back here, and there's another wing chip and a Red Bull back in the grass. Fatal, I think. No, that was the car behind Fatal. That was yeah, you can say his name. But yeah, there's one car off. That is Tyler TD Maestro. Tough start. He's returned back to TCR after missing 5 or 6 rounds and finds himself off the track on the opening lap. Sean Fitzy opening up a gap that is around 6/10. It's single file through the rest of the field. But as you can see right now, yeah, a hectic first lap, a couple of broken front wings, but nonetheless, pretty entertaining.
Brennan's getting overtaken.
Oh, almost! He saved it. Here's you laughing in the background.
Marquez is probably laughing, trying to pass Brennan. He's like, get out of my way.
No, he's not laughing. He's just probably scared for his dear life. I mean, you just saw him like almost spin out right in front of him. He could have taken him out with him.
Yeah.
And then a pass back for 10th place. Fatal.
Brennan has his good race.
Yeah. So, first lap, and like Mr. Sensation mentioned, hold on for a second. Diving to the inside, goes Marquez, makes the move. There's another move. He has to cut the corner a little bit, and he's going to move up to 6th place as he's now trying to pass the Red Bull of Be Smooth. Fastest lap for Sean Fitzy, and 2 moves in 2 corners. Fantastic stuff for Marquez. He's already up to 6th place through the opening lap. Oh, and a move down in turn 1. Fatal backs off to let the Red Bull through, making the Red Bull's making his debut, but he's going to try and get a switch back. Can't do it, and he'll fly back into 11th place. That is Fatal. But as we look through the field, yeah, we are seeing some good racing up here. Yeah. So
I'm surprised Fatal has it. Oh, yes, he has. It's coming.
Yeah,
that dirty air.
But also keep your eyes on Aerostrike, looking to make a move on Xandermar.
I'd like to see Arrow win.
Yeah.
I got him. I got him as the guy for today. I think he can do it.
You think
He'll
so?
drop some bombs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, like before I got cut off between that battle, I was going to say, there are 3 guys in the mediums, there's 1 in the softs, many of them are on the super softs, so they're mainly going for the same strategy. So it just goes down to the fact of what those 4 other drivers are planning on doing. I'm going to keep my eyes on B-Smooth. I mean, he's still staying within that competitive mix of drivers up there, and he's also on those softs, so he could try doing 1 stint less, or he could just try be on softer compounds towards the end of the race, which can benefit him. Also move down to the inside, we see in the background, that is GTR line trying to pass back Mr. Psycho Sane, can't get it done, lost the back end, and there goes Marquez in a 5th place, and B-Smooth up to 6th place. GTR lost 2 positions. So GTR falls back to 7th. Brennan's going to maybe have a look next lap, and Marquez is going to have a go at the inside of Psycho Sane. A little revenge from qualifying after he got held up from Psycho Sane. That's why he started so far back, but already moving his way up to P4. He's already clinched the championship, so VSR Marquez is having just a nice Sunday drive. Despite it being a Saturday evening, he's having a nice Sunday drive, just rolling through, passing people, making it look easy. Oh, and Brendan went off the track and into the grass, into 11th now. Whoa, Xandermar lost the back end, yellow in sector 1.
Oh.
And down to the inside goes Aerostrike, making the move on Xandermar. Yeah.
Jamres done.
Now there's 1 less driver have to worry about pronouncing their name.
Jones is out.
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to call him Jones. It looks like it from here, but I didn't want to be incorrect on it. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll do it.
Yeah, again, I want to keep eyes on this battle for P2. Oh, oh no! What's happened here? He's lost his left front tire.
I saw him go straight into the wall.
Oh. Wow. That's, is that rare?
I mean, you don't see him retire too often, but the number 69 Mercedes has retired from the session on lap 4, calling it quits. Our champion for the season, he's already clinched it. He's won half of the races. So you can see, it is a surprise to see him, doing this kind of thing. So back in P3 and P2, this battle still ignites. Just the flare has not gone off yet between these two of Xandermar and Aerostrike for 2nd and 3rd. So when do you think he's going to get by him? Because in this game, it takes a while for someone to, or at least to, make a pass, mainly because of the dirty air, the amount of downforce, and just the fact that these cars are a lot wider, it's a lot easier to block. How long do you think it's going to take for Aerostrike to get by Xandermar?
I'm going with lap 7.
Lap 7? I was going to say maybe probably lap 6. I mean, he has to regain that time, and I think next time they'll just probably get him down the straight or down into a corner, but yeah, it's going to be very close. But yeah, like I mentioned, B-Smooth a couple laps ago was 7th, and all of a sudden he's moved up to 4th place because of GTR making a mistake, then VSR Marquez, retiring from the session. So he has taken advantage of those opportunities, and he's moved up to P4. So if he's, if he still follows his strategy, he's going to be competitive towards the end of the race.
Sector 2 incident.
Oh, that is GTR again.
GTR crashed.
Yeah.
He lost a wing?
Yep, he lost part of his wing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. The downforce.
Oh. In the meantime, we haven't talked about him yet because he's just been pulling away. Sean Fitzy, 4.7 seconds in 5 laps. And,
stay out.
Yeah. Whoa, Aerostrike! Can you save it, buddy? He does. Off of turn 1, his back tires slid into the runoff area. He was able to save it, but yeah, that pass is not happening in lap 6 or lap 7. Probably happened after the first pit stop phase, but nonetheless, he was pushing as hard as he can to try and stay with Xandermar, and Xandermar was just bringing up the heat.
Yeah, I mean, they are in pace with each other. It's just...
Oh, and Mr.
Like
Psychosane. Yeah, made a mistake there. Just the back end got out from underneath them and had to control his car. Luckily, he didn't crash it, but again, that allows, look at this. You can see T-Mac is getting chased down by that Red Bull. So, you know, he's making his debut. He's running in P6. Good job from him. He's on those... Okay, thank you. I was just going to call him the Red Bull for now. But in sixth place on his debut on medium tires, that is not a bad way to have a debut in TCR. I mean, many competitive drivers, again. VSR Marquez, he's on an esports team. So that just, you know, goes to show that... you know, the class of these drivers is really from something I've seen for a long time. But again, Mr. Psycho running wide and down to the inside. T-Mac gets past. He'll try once, but twice. Gets the job done. He'll have it go down the straightaway.
On your screen, are you seeing this guy drive underground?
No.
I don't think that's... No.
Kel Hagen. He's underground. He's on the ground on my screen.
I think that's a you problem.
This looks scary.
Again, that's probably one of the again the reason why I don't like the F1 games. They're just broken.
Wow. He's driving underground.
Yeah.
It's part of the Underground Railroad.
We apologize for that, but T-Mac now getting chased down by GTR. So GTR without, I mean, all the mistakes he's made today.
Come on, Calhagen.
He's pulling away, and now GTR is about to get passed by, or no, GTR is about to make the pass on T-Mac. So in 7th place, yeah, those super softs are definitely beating out those mediums. Just unfortunate for T-Mac to get passed by him.
This game is scary and broken.
Oh, I really want to see what you're seeing.
He's literally driving underground, and I can see a piece of...
Yeah, only Sensation does.
I see him. I'm not making this up. Oh, shit. Did he lose a spot?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say no, because he's still in 7th. I'm not sure what you're seeing, but...
He's in 6th on my screen. Oh, God. You know what? Let's get away from that. These guys are... Oof. Yeah, let's go back to Aero Strike.
Okay. Well, actually, I was going to say with Fatal, because Fatal's making a move down to the inside of Brennan for 9th place. Dives to the inside, gets the move done. And Tyler is out of the race. That's a big, big crash for Tyler. He's out of the race and lost the left front. How did that happen?
The Maestro has sung his last song.
And Aerostrike, his teammate, has gained back on Xandermar, lap 7, so it is a possibility he could get it on lap 7.
Yeah. Sectors 1, 2, and 3. Okay, sector 3.
Fatal crashed.
Let's see, down in 10th. Yeah, I just made a mistake.
Okay.
So moving up, lap 7. Sean still leads Xandermar in 2nd. He's getting chased down by Aerostrike. And, yeah, many moves happening on the track. I also want to say with GTR, he's right on the back with T-Mac after, but not with that mistake. Yellow in Sector 3. He's got to stay with him. Will he make a move? He sees his deceased... Is that his deceased? Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, his deceased teammate off to the side there of the track. Yeah. And, well, he wonders what happened to him. He's going to continue trying to get by Xandermar in 2nd. So we are 8 laps in this race. And, you know, these guys on the Super Softs, when do you think these guys will be pitting for their first pit stop? Do you think maybe around, like, lap 9, 10, 11 for these guys that they should be pitting?
I'm going to say maybe 12.
12? Oh, interesting. Okay. We'll see, because, I mean...
Maybe 12.
Yeah, every race I usually see at least one driver, you know, extending the tire life, and either he gets away very lucky and loses time, or he gets a puncture and it costs him down the long run. But yeah, for the most part, again, these drivers are just gonna have to save their tires as much as possible, because some people, what they like to do at this track is just go from the super softs to the mediums. What T-Mac and Kalagan is, or what he's doing is they're gonna go from the mediums to the super softs. That is if they can save those tires long enough to do the one stop here at Suzuka, and it's very challenging, of course, for these drivers to, you know, you have to be tire saving while also looking out on track, seeing if anyone's trying to pass you, or if you're gaining on anyone. But
Absolutely. And just for the record, Kel Hagen is on track and he's above ground on my screen.
Finally, took him long enough.
Yes, as he's chasing down the Psycho Man.
So look at this 3-car train. You know, Aerostrike, he hasn't made a move. He's just sticking right behind him. He just does not have enough speed. And that has allowed Beast with the gain on him for, you know, to try and make a move. So we have a 3-car train. Mr. Conductor Zandermar of this train is sitting back here in the little caboose. Who's Beast Smooth. He just has to sit and wait for one of them to make a mistake. Mr. Psycho saying now getting close to Calhagen. Or Hagen.
Calhagen passed him.
Hagen. Yeah, he got by him for 5th, so
Like
he
the
did it.
helmet beast
He did it.
move.
Yeah, he did it overground this time, so that's good.
Beast move with the target
Oh.
helmet. Oh,
Oh yeah, just a little mistake from Aerostrike. I think that's the thing that's limiting him from passing Zandermar. It's just he keeps making mistakes when he really can't afford it.
yeah. He's like right there.
Beastmooth has the advantage because he's on the softs.
Oh yeah, of course. He's gonna. Well, no. Here's the thing. You know, these guys are gonna be doing super softs and mediums. What he might be doing is either softs to super softs to softs, or softs and then super softs. You know, he'll be doing one more stint. He's not gonna be trying to do the one stop off the. You know, I mean, he could be trying to do the one stop off the softs, or he could do what there's two different possibilities for him, and he's gonna try and make a move on Aerostrike. While Aerostrike blocks, he will not. So there's 2 ways to go about this pit situation for him. And there goes Zandermar, and finally some clean air for
DRS.
Aerostrike. Oh, and a
Zandermar
5-second,
speeding.
Oh,
5-second stop-go penalty. So yeah, that definitely will hurt him as well. Beast was running wide.
3.
Oh, GTR. GTR has some sand or gravel on his tires. He must have spun out while trying to go into the pits.
And here comes Fatal. We'll move up 2 spots. Good old Brennan. We'll move up 1 spot.
Yeah, he's going to get ahead of GTR in the pits. I'm not sure if they had to fix that front wing or not, but he exits the pits
Yeah,
just
they
fine. And Psycho Sane gets ahead of Kelhagen for 4th place. Let's change the
bad.
detail, yeah. So now the top 7 have yet to pit, but 8th, 9th, and 10th have pitted. So we're down to 10 runners. The top 10 rewards points. So if you just finish the race, no matter how slow you are, you'll be able to, you know, to get a point or two on your season so far.
Kelhagen and T-Mac.
There's so many battles, yeah. I was looking back with Fatal and Brennan there.
T-Mac made the move.
Yeah.
Going with the crossover.
Wait, how did Calhagen fall back?
T-Mac made that move, going with the crossover.
Oh.
Oh, 130R, he ran wide a little bit. He just got too close to him in 130R, so he's going to have to be a little more patient.
Yeah, in the dirty air.
Yep.
He just slipped out.
Tanner cut part of the track a little bit, and it's going to be a learning curve for him as Calhagen goes into the pits. Yeah, for Tanner, he's used to just regular corner cuts, so in this class, there's strict corner cutting, so for him, I've seen him cut a couple corners so far today, so he's going to have to start limiting that if he doesn't want to get a penalty. I mean, this is his debut, so, you know, for him, it's tough to learn. He's never really raced with these guys before, so, yeah, he's going to be taking some notes at the end of this race, but Calhagen exits the pits with new super soft tires, is it? Yeah, super softs. Game's not lying for once.
And Brennan will move up.
Barely.
Maybe to 7th.
Yeah.
He will.
He got the undercut just barely on him.
Yeah.
But I think Calhagen will just fly right by him in this next stint because he's on the super softs compared to Brennan, who's been on the mediums for 3 laps now.
That's true. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's gaining. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are 11 laps through this race out of 27. We're almost halfway through, and looks like to be Calhagen trying to make up a move. Brendan blocks once, twice, in the grass. Are those right sides? He'll get the switchback off the hairpin. try to avoid hitting Brennan. And Sean Fitzy into the pits. Let's look at what tire he'll be putting on. Those are the soft tires, so he'll be going for the two-stop in this race. The guy staying out on those super soft tires may be trying a one-stop. I don't know.
Kelhagen.
I don't think it's...
No.
Kelhagen! Kelhagen!
Oh,
Kelhagen!
took the
Get to the
camera,
I was
chopper
watching that
now!
live.
took the spotlight off him for a second, and he's out of this race.
He lost it. He lost it. I was watching him the whole time. That front end, dirty air, got him.
And it spun him right around.
Yep. Get to the chopper now. Get to the chopper.
Well, I would be saying that Brennan could be going for the one-stop. He put it quite early. I don't think those mediums can make it, but I was going to say, maybe if you stretch those super softs out as long as possible, maybe to lap 13 or 14, and then you pit for the medium tires.
You just said super sauce, but on my screen he's on mediums and super sauce.
Game's
What?
broken. Well, no, I'm just
it
saying.
said mediums, and then 2 seconds later it switched to super sauce. I don't know what he's on.
This
Well, I
game's
told you,
broken,
this guy
but
was
he's on the
driving
mediums. That you have to look at the detail screen. But yeah, I was gonna say for the drivers that start on the super softs, if you wanted to do a one-stop, you'd have to save your tires a lot. And Brennan spins it into the wall. Oh, that was a time coming.
Did he get the wing? Did the wing damage?
Wing
Yeah.
is chipped. Yes, it is.
Oh boy. He had breathing room, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, he did. 7 seconds behind him. There's no one back. There's no one behind him. No one in front of him. Just, he got loose by the clean air, I guess.
This corner's been getting everyone where Brennan's at right now. Let's see if he'll get him.
Yeah, that is true. Just running wide and trying to correct the car, they just lose it. But Tanner's in.
In the pits.
Yeah.
Arrow strike, let's go.
Yeah, everyone's going for the two-stop here. I was gonna say, if you're on those super stops, if you start on them, you could go to lap 13 or 14, and then you pit for mediums, and then save those as much as possible. There's a possibility. It's very slim, but these drivers, they don't want to take the risk. They're just going for the two-stop.
Yeah.
Unless if they can get the one-stop off the soft tires. Because I was talking to a couple of drivers before the race, they said, well, it's possible to do the soft tires. You just have to save your tires, by a lot. I think that's why Brennan pitted so early and put on the mediums. Maybe he had front wing damage and just wanted to try and finish the race on him. Because I probably was underestimating the soft tires. I honestly thought they couldn't go the whole way, but the thing is, these guys pit on lap 11, halfway mark of 27 is around 13, 14, 15, and they're already almost at that, and I think those softs can go till the end, so I think they are still going for the one stop, but they're using the soft tires, and they should be, good on them till the end unless something happens.
Right, yeah.
But
Arrow strike trying to close the gap on Sean Fitzy.
So, yeah, lap 14, we are more than halfway through. And what are your thoughts on the first half of the race? It's been pretty interesting.
It definitely has. The speed kills. That's what I always say, and it's killing a lot of guys. We got 4 drivers out, and hey, I think there might be maybe 1 or 2 more casualties, and then we'll have the final one. And Motor has left the session.
And he's left the party. Yeah, his internet has totaled himself, I guess. So it's just us two for now.
Okay.
So as we are more than halfway through, I don't really see any battles going on. And again,
No.
yeah, I think everyone has put up a good gap between everyone. It's just 9 cars left. It sucks that Hagen isn't going to get any points. I mean, he was running in P10. I mean, or at least if he, let's say he spun and didn't retire the car, he still would have gotten P10. He still would have gotten a point for his debut. But for Kelhagen, it's just a bummer because some of these guys, they'll be in the top 10, but they won't get points because they don't finish the race.
Yeah, that sucks. 4-second gap with Fitzy. Then you got the Xandamar. Arrow strike. said, just a gap. It's nothing too crazy. Psycho saying and T-Mac, they're pretty kind of close to each other. GTR Lion and Fatal. And of course, good old Brennan. It's slightly behind.
Yep. So yeah, lap 15 out of 27. And I'm trying to keep tabs with all the gaps. I see the closest one a couple laps ago was around 3.5 seconds. It's gone up to 4.3. There's not much battles. Again, like I said, it's just, you know, it sucks for Xanamar. He was going to be returned in second, but I am going to point something out. B-Smooth all of a sudden is up in first, and that's because he is not pitted yet, and he is extending those tires. You have to remember that, so that's why B-Smooth is leading. Mm-hmm. When do you think he's going to pit?
He should be coming up soon. I think I'll give him lap 17.
Lap 17.
Lap 17 is going to come in.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I was going to say he's probably going to come in this lap. I mean, he's been on those tires long enough, around 5 laps after everyone else is pitted. It's time for him to come in the pits, and nope, okay. I thought he was coming in. I got excited, but, you know, my predictions always turn out wrong, I guess.
I think on 17 he's going to come in. Because Aerostrike sees Sean in the distance. He's like, he's right there. It's just, and then Xandamar's right there, and I think that's when the game will change.
Yeah. So, yeah, lap 15 again. More than halfway through. So I'm gonna ask you a question. It doesn't really pertain to the race, just in general. So, back when you had like F1 2015, we race each other. That's how we met through the PS4 community. Well, was that the first league you joined was the one I hosted? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
that's correct. Because before that, it was I would race with these guys every Saturday, and I think, ooh, okay, T-Mac almost went off there. I think I end up running into you in a lobby at that time, and then we found out, I think later, that we was in the community.
I didn't realize that. I just went up in the community. I said, anyone looking to be in a league, just message me. I was pretty open that. Right. Now lap 16 he comes in, but yeah, 16, I was gonna say, like, I remember back then we had the basis. We had PFC Steve, we had you, we had Cam. I knew Cam from another league back then in like March of 2016. I met him from another league. He was a nice guy. He was an American, so I was fine with him. Because I wasn't willing to meet new people back then. So anyone that wasn't American, like, I wasn't really willing to meet. I tried to step out of my comfort zone, and I've met some amazing people over the last 2 years of, you know, being here. So,
right.
Yeah, and then, yeah, Steve, I don't know how he got on my friends list. Because what I did back then, I went through everyone through my friends list, and whoever had F1 2015, I would message them. I didn't message you. I found you through the community, so you weren't on my friends list at the time, and until I met you through the community.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 seconds, I was right.
Dang, yeah, he was your pick too.
Yeah. Let's okay, Maestro, left the session.
Putting some money on Aerostrike. Well, his day's just gone from bad to worse, so hate to be you.
Well, I think he just got one penalty.
Yeah, that is true, but there's no way he's going to be able to catch Sean Fitzy. I mean, he has been gaining on him just a tad bit, but...
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it actually happened, because, I think we crashed. I think that's how it happened. And I think you told me the story that how you met Cam was that you guys would crash into each other. And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because I know John Dog is part of the TCR community as well. I'm trying to remember how I met him, because I'm trying to remember, because I'm pretty sure that either he's on my friends list or I met him through a different PS4 community. And remember, at first it was the second race of the league, right? and it was you and John Dog that came together in qualifying, and he was mad at you, and you're like, chill, dog, I'm just trying to be friends. You're like, I remember you like trying to calm him down, and now you two are the most nicest and calmest people I know. I just find it so weird that back then you just I don't know, like at first you didn't get along.
Right. That was true. That was so true. Yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a while. I need to.
Yeah, he is in Australia, and his time zone is different. So right now he should be 9 in the morning for him. Trying to do 9:54 because he's 12 hours plus 2 ahead, and then change it from AM to PM or whatever. So, yeah, so it's around 9 o'clock for him. So.
That brought back memory. That's funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what else. There was Kingpin as well. I don't know how I haven't even seen him on anymore. They've been gone. Been busy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either. I just remembered. It was it Tom was the one that always crashed into somebody?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, and everybody's like, oh man, they had to prepare for not to crash into Tom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I have one good memory of Kingpin. It was back either season 2 or 3. He did the Baku race. He said, "I'm hammered. Let's race." That was one of my favorite moments of him. I was like, for once, I should have been a serious and good league owner. And for the one time, like I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't care.
Right.
I think that was one of my favorite moments. We let him race, and he was absolutely hammered, and he retired on the first lap. And the wreck was his fault, but no one questioned it, which they should have.
Oh, T-Mac is having trouble with that back end because there was a little thing in sector 1.
Does he have a broken end plate?
His back end was sliding out. I'm trying to see if he has a broken end plate. I don't think he does.
I see some grass on his tires. It could be it. I mean, just locked up in a corner, went off, and then hard to control the car.
The same corner that Brennan was having problems with, that Motor stated earlier.
Yeah, that corner's catching everyone out. Like, these cars are so wide that when they're going through, they have to get the curbs, and it just messes up the car's groove. It messes up how you set up the car, and it's not a good feeling for the car in general.
I think a lot of people had their what is that? The ballast is probably set a certain level, and I think that's why these guys are kind of losing that back end.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, I think they had a low set ballast.
Yep, so Motor texted me a couple minutes ago, and I forgot to say this, but yeah, he lagged out. I don't think he's getting back on.
Okay.
He hasn't messaged me to invite him, so I'm not going to exit the game screen and then invite him back, because I am the party host, and I did make it private.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But I think he had to run out anyways. So
Yeah, exactly. So I was just going to say that. So 20 laps in, with 8 left to complete.
So you got Beast Move on the Super Softs. I don't know if that's going to be a factor.
So, lap 20. I am noticing Beast Move at an alarming rate is reeling in Zandermar for 3rd place. Do you think he'll be able to get the job done by the end of the race?
Oh, yeah, I think so. He's really making some quick gains on him. Well, especially on the straight right here. He's definitely going to catch him. He's carrying a lot of speed. Last thing Zandermar needs to do is make a mistake.
So, yeah, lap 21 out of 27, 7 laps to go, only 1 left on Super Softs. You know, I didn't think about it. Yeah, he extended those tires by a lot. And do you think he'll be able to finish the race on those tires? I mean, it's going to be close because nobody pit on. It was, yeah, around like lap 12, 13. But the difference is that I'm not sure because Beast Move. Where did he start? I'm not sure if he already used those tires. Moved up 4. Okay, he was in the top 10. Yeah, he has not used those tires yet because he started on the softs. But
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say if he didn't, he could have put on tires he already used. But yeah, I mean he did pit quite early. If he's gonna do the one stop of those tires, do you think he'll make it to the end on those tires?
I think so. I think he will. I think he will. I think he might gain a. He's going to gain a spot definitely. He's definitely going to gain a spot, and he's definitely going to finish out in the top 3. I think. And just for the record, Brennan is in the pits.
He was repairing a front wing, so they must have broken it, obviously. But do you think he hit a car or hit a wall or thing just popped right off?
I'm going with the wall on this one. I think the wall won.
Yeah, there's no one around him. Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah. Man.
So, a couple laps left. If you're tuning in now, Sean Fitzy qualified on pole. Well, not every single lap. Beast Move did actually led a good portion of the race, staying out while everyone else pitted. But yeah, Sean Fitzy took the pole. He's about to win the race. Around like six laps to go or so in the Japanese Grand Prix. If you missed it, Motor was here earlier, but he left, and it's going to be Sensation and I to finish out my final TCR race and his final Superclass race. And you know, for probably us commentating together, it'll probably be the last time that we'll be commentating together. So we'll be finishing out in a couple of laps, but 6 laps to go in the Japanese Grand Prix. Sean Fitzy about to make it 5. His car has been absolutely flying in that Pink Panther. So 5 to go.
Well, and looky here, you got Xandermar and Beast Move. Look at that gap.
Yep. Do you think? Wait, did Xander already serve his 5-second stop go, or does that get added on at the end?
I always hear that it gets added on at the end.
Well, I mean, it's a 5-second stop go. What move is he trying to do there? He's trying to squeeze in. I mean, I give him props. Ayrton Senna says if you don't go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. There's a gap. He went for it. I don't blame him. But he almost took him and Xander out of the race.
Yeah, and he's going through these S's, and you got to worry about the front end grip.
Oh, I always see Xander running wide in that section. I always see him making a mistake there.
Yeah. Man, this is straight gravel coming up.
Yeah, they get that corner correctly.
Yeah.
5 laps to go, and for these guys, again, we're just got to keep the battle on for 3rd place, because that's the only battle going on as we see right now.
I think this is where he's going to close it in.
Yeah, down the straight, yeah, he should have the slipstream, but again, the dirty air in the corners is just not going to help. Do you think he'll actually be able to get by him?
He's getting there. I think he's going to get by him. I think this might, whoa, I'm surprised he didn't get called for extending the track limits on that part, but he got him.
Yep, there we go down the straight. Try a move down on the outside. Can he do it? Around the outside. Whoa, it's gonna end up spinning. Xandermar spins. He tried to be a hero, and instead he takes out someone else out on track. Luckily, almost hits him. Luckily for Xandermar, no damage whatsoever. It was the back end that hit it. You gotta be lucky. That was a lucky crash right there. That was lucky.
Yes,
Again,
it was.
Again, with these wide cars, it's just so hard to do that pass. You know, going down in turn 1, you know, a pass around the outside on someone. It's just so hard to do. I mean, so skillful. Remember, last lap of the 2005 Japanese GP, you saw Raikkonen on Fisichella. He made that move. And I think he was just trying to be a hero there, and instead just took out someone else out on track, and T-Mac does pit. Not sure if he had a puncture, but he's down to 8th.
And the funny part was, he almost crashed into Brennan when he came back on track.
Oh, yeah. Take him out of the race for once. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. Yeah, that would have been woof. Amazing.
Well, that's going to be an iffy call. I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to keep third by the end of the race. Just saying, like, penalties could hold him up, like, that the stewards could give him for that.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well.
Oh, almost. I'm not sure what Beast Move is doing. He hit the grass coming in. But we have 3 laps to go.
He's pushing hard.
So, we're almost done with the race. I'm going to ask you a question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this race so far? I mean, we've seen some good battles. It was a plain time where we just talked to ourselves, and the battles ignited again. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this race?
You know what? I would give it an 8.
8? I was going to give it a 7. Yeah, it was a decent race.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it's just this. If it wasn't for a little bit so much of the gaps, I think, because everybody was pretty on pace, whether they was on the softs or the mediums. Zandamar with a 3-second time penalty, and yeah, I think it was worth it. He's starting to catch up, so Zandamar, that is, starting to catch up a little bit to Beast Move.
Also looking out with Psycho saying that is around a 4-second gap. He's trying to manage it and trying to reel in Zandamar ever since then. Oh, yellow sector. Brennan's out. Oh. Oh, and Fatal's out too. I was switching cameras and I saw Fatal get loose and I'm like, no, it's probably a lag from Brennan retiring. But oh my goodness.
Back to back.
I mean, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something to Seafreeze. Because the F1 ruling, which I'm pretty sure TCR is a ruling of too, if you finish 90% of the race and you retire, you still get rewarded with finishing the race. Meaning, Fatal and Brennan still should get points. Meaning, yeah, they should still get points.
They should still get points. Absolutely. Absolutely, they should.
It's a shame.
That's crazy. Well, I did say it was going to be 1 or 2 casualties after that.
1 or 2, yeah. You got 1 and 2, not 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Oh man, Fatal is Fatal, and Blaster Brennan just got blasted. Man, that's all right. Wow, in the second to last lap too, man.
Well, yeah. Again, at least they'll get their points. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'd be 8 and 9 for them. But I guess we will see if, what is that, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, maybe 5th position might be changing?
Yeah.
Maybe?
It might be. It's close enough, but as of right now, we enter the final lap of today's Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka. The man of the hour, Sean Fitzy, he has a nice drive alone to himself. Nice Sunday drive, indeed. The yellow in Sector 1. Who is this for?
Is that from the crash of Fatal?
It might be, yeah.
Okay.
Unless the car's... Yeah, the car from Fatal is still there. I think that's why.
Okay. I thought it disappeared.
It might have. No, it's still there for some reason.
Wow, he just ran right through. Come on.
Yeah, she just got Sean Fitzy. He may have made a mistake there. But, you know, it's the last lap. He's just taking his time.
Yeah.
So the final lap of the Japanese Grand Prix, the final lap I'm commentating, Mr. Sensation ever. It's been a pleasure. I mean, I'm acting like we're never going to talk to each other again, but, you know, more than likely we'll just talk to each other mostly every day, talk about baseball and stuff like we usually do. But, you know, yeah. But for us with racing and everything, I think it's going to be it. Sean Fitzy knows it's it. He's already won. He's weaving on the back straight, so exits 130 yard, goes to the final chicane for the final time. He'll cross the line, and Sean Fitzy will take victory yet again this season and wins the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka 27 laps, and Sean Fitzy comes out on top. Second place is Aerostrike. Third is going to be B-Smooth as of right now.
Yes. Xandermar, let's see. Oh no, I think he will hold on to third.
Yep, Xandermar
Yeah.
across the line and fourth. Well, no, I'm just gonna say maybe the stewards will give him a penalty for what we did. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Psycho Sane, will he change? No, he's good. Just wait for GTR and T-Mac. T-Mac just banged into the barriers, into the grass. He's in sector 1.
Yep,
Going into the
GTR.
grass more.
Now left to Tanner, missing part of a front wing, and I don't know what he's doing. He can just retire and get his points.
Yeah. But I think he's trying to finish it out. He's not far away, so he can just bring it on in,
Yeah, it's just a little jolly ride for him. So 7th place, Tanner.
Yeah.
And he's gonna cut the corner. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, I think he's good now. He's good. There
And
he is.
into the wall and crashed the car.
Oh, look at that with the wings. Oh wow.
Yeah, it looked like the
Just
wind went
flipping in
onto
the
the car.
Yeah, it was just flipping in the air. It was
We make good sound effects.
That's just crazy. All right.
So, Force India back on top in the podium. It'll help him in the constructors. And what a win it was for Sean Fitzy, winning today in the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. Second was Aerostrike, and third, B-Smooth, joining him on the podium, of course. You can see VJ Malia, the team principal.
What? Oh.
Oh yeah, VJ Malia.
Yes.
I forgot the name for it, the title, but surprised to see him at the
okay.
race, because in real life he's imprisoned in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But anyway, the results go as is. Sean Fitzy, Aerostrike, B-Smooth, Xandermar, Psychosane, GTR, T-Mac, Fatal. Then we have Brennan. We have I don't know the rest. I'm just trying to remember all of them. It's one of the new guys. I'm trying to remember their name. Hagen.
Hagen. Yes, Hagen.
Just call him Hagen.
Hagen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but Odoms was also one of the non-finishers. And yeah, Fatal. Fatal also retired. That could have been it too. But he got rewarded for it, yeah. So that is going to be it for Trinity Competitive Racing Superclass. I've commentated TCR for the past year, the past 3 seasons. I've raced in it for more than a year, or been with the community for more than a year. Ever since, the first season, I've raced in it. Sensation, you co-founded the league with Seafreeze. And, you're leaving TCR at the end of the season. This is my final race. So, I mean, it's sort of a send-off for both of us, I guess, because we're not going to commentate with each other again. I'm not going to F1 2018, so that's why I'm not going to be continuing next season. But I mean, the game is terrible. I test it; it's terrible. It's like I don't like it. I don't. They said a big graphical upgrade, but the handling is still terrible for a controller. But that's just me. Not sure if I'm allowed to say it, but I don't like 2018 from what it seems so far.
Okay.
But I think that is going to be it. My name's Alan. I'm alongside Mr. Sensation. And for the final time ever, us two are going to send it off. Have a safe night, everybody, and peace.
Bye.